Hi, I'm Catherine Clift with Catherine Clift Coaching, and I help my clients uncover and clear the blocks among money and worthiness that keep them stuck so that they can make a fabulous living doing what they love. So, do you have money blocks? 99% of the planet have money blocks and don't know it. That's because they're very subconscious. So, where do money blocks come from? They basically come from your early childhood. It's what your parents believed about money and how hard you had to work for it. And you downloaded these programs into your subconscious because as children, we're like little sponges. We basically are absorbing all of this and we don't even realize it. And they basically, these beliefs and programs act like computer viruses. They run in the background and they probably don't, they sabotage us in our adult life. But if you are in corporate America or a job, these programs and limiting beliefs probably don't come up that much, unless of course you're bold enough to ask for a raise or have a big goal you want to achieve, or you start your own business, because then you're getting out of your comfort zone, and those wonderful programming and beliefs rear their ugly heads, come to the surface, and try to sabotage and stop you from achieving those goals. So, what I want to do today is we are going to explore the 5 types of money just to see if you have any blocks that you may not be aware of. And the 5 types of money are savings, debt, income, income goals, and toxic money. Now, we're going to go through each one individually. I'm going to make 5 different videos. And each one represents a certain feeling when you think about that kind of money. So today we are going to explore savings. Savings represents your security. How safe do you feel in this world? So what I want you to do is I want you to think about or write down what you have in your savings account. Now, if you don't know, you can always guess at it. Because believe it or not, your subconscious really has the answer. You may not know that, but it does have the answer hidden there. And if you don't have any savings, then just write 0 down. That's just fine. Now, I want you to look at that number and I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And as you think or look at that number, what feelings come up when you think about that number in your savings account? And what kind of feelings, not only what kind of feelings do you feel, but where do you feel them in your body? Very important. Just feel into your body. Because what I'm trying to tell you is there's a mind body connection to your nervous system on what triggers you in that. So look at your savings number and what feelings come up. Is there something like anxiety, fear, maybe disappointment, guilt, maybe some sadness? Or maybe you have positive feelings like pride, courage. What feelings come up when you look at that savings account number? Now, I want you to also say now, as you look at that number, what do you say in your head when you look at that number? And just take a moment and look. Don't write down. Your conscious mind might say something, but I really want you to get into your subconscious because that's where those limiting beliefs really come from. So when you look at that number, do you say something like, I don't feel safe. It's not enough. I'm a poor money manager. I should be doing better. How am I ever going to save for retirement? What would happen if an emergency came up and it wiped it out? What do you say in your head when you look at that number? And now, as you look at that number, is there something that happened in the past that reminds you of a great loss, a disappointment, or a feeling of losing safety and security? Because savings represents your safety and security. It's very hardwired into your nervous system. So think a moment. Was there something that happened in the past that made you lose safety and security? Perhaps maybe one of your parents lost a job. Maybe there was a divorce. As children, we really feel that. Okay? And after you write that down, I want you to complete this sentence. Fill in the blank. This makes me, let's see, and fill in the blank. Just a second. All right. So I want you to fill in the blank. As you look at your savings account, say to yourself, this means I'm what? As you look at your savings account, fill in the blank. Is it something like, this means I'm a loser? I'm stupid? I'm an idiot? How would you fill in that blank as you look at your savings amount? Or maybe it's very positive. This means I'm proud of myself. This means I'm better than I thought. This means, what is it? How would you complete that sentence? And again, don't rush it. Might want to think about it for a minute. How would you complete that sentence? Now, for those of you who are particularly triggered, let me ask you this question. What has this cost you in your savings? What does this cost you as far as having this kind of savings? What does it cost? So if you don't have the amount in savings that you really feel safe and comfortable with, what has that cost you? And I want you to think not just financially. What does it cost you financially? But what does it cost you physically? Have you stressed out about it? Has it affected your health? What does it cost you physically? What does it cost you emotionally? Are you constantly worrying about your savings account? What does it cost you in relationships? Was there any kind of fighting over it? That kind of thing. Any negative effect on your relationships? And what is it going to continue to cost you if you don't fix it? Think about that. Most of my clients never consider the cost because if they're uncomfortable with their money situation, they basically avoid it. It's a coping mechanism. But I want you to achieve your goals. So that's what I do. Again, I help you uncover and clear those blocks around money and worthiness. so that you can achieve what you want to achieve and make a fabulous living doing what you love. And again, we're only scratching the surface. It's kind of like peeling back an onion. There's so much to uncover. There's so many blind spots that you're not even aware of. And that's what I want to help you with. So if this resonates with you, I would like to invite you to take this further. I do offer what I call a complimentary clarity session. And in that session, we get very clear about your goals, both short term and long term. I will diagnose the biggest problems and challenges that are holding you back and keeping you stuck. I will tell you exactly what steps you need to take in order to move forward. We will strategize, and based on our conversation, I will make a recommendation. And you will leave the session re energized, revitalized, and ready to take action. How does that sound? Now, this is a $500 value, but it is completely complimentary. So if you would be interested in this, I encourage you, go to my website, catherinecliffcoaching.com, and set up a time with me, or contact me at, at my email, and that is CADECLIF as in fun, T as in tango, 53 at hotmail.com, and we can set a time together. But you shouldn't have to struggle with these blocks. I don't want you to struggle alone. So if you're feeling stuck and struggling, I'm here for you. Again, this is Catherine with Catherine Cliff Coaching. Until next time.